EA's FIFA World scores an open beta. The Wild West rolls into Steam with Fistful of Frags. Crytek enters the MOBA market, and Maplestory 2 debuts its first gameplay trailer. All of this and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Star Wars Attack Squadron has just lost its starboard engine as Disney just announced it's ceasing all further development on the title. Those who visit the site are greeted by a page which thanks everyone who participated in the closed beta for Star Wars Attack Squadron. However, the studio went on to explain that after much consideration, they had decided to focus on other Star Wars games experiences. Star Wars Attack Squadron was teased back in December with the promise of players engaging in 16-player PvP using classic spacecraft across iconic Star Wars-themed locations. The game was said to have multiple game modes and the ability to customize their ships through in-game upgrades. Fistful of Frags, a silly and slightly over-the-top Western-themed shooter with an anything-but-forgiving gunslinger-style gameplay, has now officially saddled up with Steam, where it will remain completely free forever. Originally a mod for the Source engine, Fistful of Frags has been redone and re-released as a standalone title. This FPS of the Old West follows bandits through good old-fashioned free-for-all deathmatch and team-based deathmatch gunslinging. Free-aim revolvers make for a unique and engaging fire style, and stabilization is the marksman's trick when it comes to hitting your enemy. Choose your shots wisely, as you may not have another chance to fire the one that counts. Although not all of the content found in the mod will be included within the standalone version on Steam, initially the developers behind Fistful of Frags wish to remedy this by continuing to work on the title once the community grows. If you'd be interested in joining the Western Frontier, be sure to check down in the description for a link to the game's Steam page. In a rare event, a new sports-themed MMO has made its way to Western audiences. Officially licensed by FIFA, FIFA World has just gone into a global open beta and is available in no less than 9 languages, including English, German, French, Russian, Spanish, Mexican Spanish, Brazilian Portuguese, Polish, and Turkish. As with most officially licensed soccer games, this one also comes from EA, who currently holds the video game publishing rights for many major sports franchises. Based on FIFA 14, FIFA World boasts all the officially licensed leagues, 16,000 players, and 45 national teams to choose from, making it an authentic FIFA experience. Players may build their own ultimate team by using the in-game transfer market to sell, swap, or buy athletes in order to perfect the perfect roster. Once your team is complete, you may choose to engage in both online and offline modes of play, including League Mode, which has you battling against other community members to climb the ladder in search of fame and rewards. In an effort to keep things continually social, FIFA World allows players to capture their spectacular goals and beautiful moments, and then share them with friends through FIFA World's own in-game Facebook equivalent social feed. FIFA World isn't the first FIFA-related MMO EA's helped develop. In 2010, EA launched FIFA Online, which used the FIFA 10 engine, but the MMO was shut down in 2011. After a seemingly successful alpha phase with plenty of player feedback, Area Games has taken MMO FPS F.E.A.R Online to the next level with closed beta starting this week. A good hunk of content has been redesigned and revised in order to provide those already familiar with the series a more terrifying experience. According to Area, the game has received an extensive redesign and adjustments to the gameplay, allowing for a truly unique FPS, with new maps, a new scenario, and a redesigned crafting system which allows for making one-of-a-kind weapons. Those who have been seeking all of the unanswered questions from F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin should be happy to hear that the plot thickens in the cooperative modes of F.E.A.R Online, where teams of up to 4 band together to destroy the atrocities that ATC has brought upon the world, and discover the dark secrets of this lab gone wrong. Are you a fan of the F.E.A.R franchise? Let us know. No tricks here, Nexon has just released a new gameplay trailer for Maplestory 2, which is filled with nothing but actual gameplay, a refreshing sight to see these days. In the trailer, you'll find plenty of examples of how Nexon has used the additional dimension to Maplestory 2's advantage, adding 3-dimensional diversions such as swimming, driving, and other minigames, which coupled with the trailer music gives off some serious Mario Party vibes. Of course, Maplestory isn't just about hanging around by the pool socializing, which is why it was good to see the latter half of the trailer devoted to Maplestory's new combat, which seemingly takes full advantage of the MMO's new 3D environments, providing some rather pleasing visual effects, especially when it comes to boss fights. Maplestory 2 is currently in alpha, having been in development since 2010 and is set during an era prior to the original. Right now, the MMO is scheduled to enter closed beta in Korea sometime this year, with a global release to be confirmed at a later date. In the meantime, Nexon Korea plans on recruiting some of the game's supporters to a special Supporters Day during the month of June, where they will be able to interact with the developers and preview the game. The full Maplestory 2 trailer can be found right here on MMOBomb's YouTube page. The last time we saw Splash Damage's upcoming team-based FPS Extraction was at 2013's PAX Prime. At that point in time, Extraction had already undergone one name change after the devs teamed up with Nexon for publishing purposes, but at its core the game remained the same. A fun, relatively fast-paced shooter with Splash Damage's signature focus on team play. Now, after nearly 9 months of silence since its public debut at PAX, the FPS has re-emerged once again, not as Extraction but as Dirty Bomb once more. What does this change mean for those interested? Not much really. According to Nexon, the team decided to revert the name change because they felt it fit the game's unique personality. Players should almost definitely expect no further name changes before release. This makes sense, seeing as Dirty Bomb takes place in the contaminated ruins of London after a mysterious disaster has forced most of its inhabitants to evacuate, leaving rogue mercenary groups to fight for what remains inside. Dirty Bomb is currently in a limited closed beta which is set to be ramping up in the coming months. The FPS is scheduled to launch into open beta later this year, with Nexon running dedicated servers for Dirty Bomb in North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. A vast array of heroes from both myth and history will be laying waste to one another in Crytek's upcoming MOBA Arena of Fate. Character selection already ranges anywhere from Robin Hood to Jack the Ripper, Frankenstein to Joan of Arc, and even an electrifying return of Nikola Tesla is in the works in this Rumble of the Greats. Attempting to fill the shoes of many of this world's common names, opposing teams of 5 versus 5 will stand off as reincarnated legends, wielding skill and power themed to their specific lore. A more in-depth look at how gameplay mechanics will function and a broader insight on the game as a whole should be viewable at this year's E3. Interestingly, Arena of Fate will be available for both PC and console, although it's unclear as of now which consoles. Beta is scheduled for sometime this summer, and anyone looking to enter the arena can begin signing up now on Arena of Fate's official site. And the game of the week is Magicka Wizard Wars. Based on the popular combat system found in the original Magicka, Magicka Wizard Wars offers players the opportunity to don the robes of a wizard, grab a staff, and begin casting a wide assortment of catastrophic spells in this team-based arena. Players may compete in 5-on-5 or 1-on-1 duels, trading keys together to create elemental spells with a variety of offensive and defensive effects. Although primarily team-based, Wizard Wars does feature friendly fire, meaning players must be careful where they aim their death beams. At the same time, players can shield their allies from damage, douse them with water if they happen to be in flames, and provide healing support for friendlies in need. Matches in Wizard Wars are fairly short, but require a high amount of focus and fast fingertips. After each round, players have the opportunity to collect unique items which allow for persistent customization in the form of new equipment, which may boost a player's affinity to a certain type of element at the cost of dealing reduced damage with another. Players may also choose special ultimate powers, which can be cast periodically during a match. These powers bring forth especially devastating abilities, including meteor showers and the ability to summon the Grim Reaper, who makes quick work of any unfortunate nearby enemies. So, if you're a fan of Magicka, enjoy PvP games with a variety of strategies, or are just looking for an arena brawler with a large focus on individual player skill and execution, then be sure to check out Magicka Wizard Wars. That is going to be all on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to head over to MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action. Until next time, Natsumii out.